Levels.
Levels. Hey, look at that. This week I've got levels.
Hey.
Yeah, better than
Thanks,
last.
Apple.
Yeah. Well, let's not get too far ahead. Okay.
So, Toddler -43 wind chill sent us this week's cold open.
Okay. Oh, based on her previous work, I'm concerned. Should I be concerned?
Maybe.
Okay. All right, let's do this.
Knock, knock.
Who's there? Who?
Werewolves of London. Hi, toddlers. Welcome to Talking to Todd, a weekly podcast with Dwayne Johnson and Todd Prenz, where failure and werewolf jokes always an option. Thanks for joining us. Hey, Todd.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, pretty good. How are you?
Wait, there's werewolves in London?
Drinking a pina colada at Trader Vic's.
How's his hair?
Perfect.
We would have also accepted. Get no complaints. But that's not the. By the way, Lisa and I ate multiple times at Lee Ho Fooks before it sadly closed down.
Oh.
So, on the other hand, I will tell you that if at least when we were there was no place on the menu that said big dish of beef chow mein. Like you it wasn't on the menu.
Really?
I'm assuming it was implied.
Special menu.
Yeah.
It's like the special menu at In-N-Out Burger.
Yes.
Yeah, double animal style.
You know, there's part of me that wonders with that. If you walked in and you just made up some crap, and then they're like, I don't know what that is. They're like, oh, you don't know the full secret menu. Can I get a double werewolf style? That's not a thing. Oh, it is in my local store. Yeah. I don't. Oh, you guys didn't hear. Fine. You know what? Fine. Just give it to me mermaid style. Crap. You don't know that either? Is this a franchise?
Got like a dozen title options right now. We're 3 minutes in.
You're welcome. All right. Speaking of that, what do we have for feedback, follow-up, and updates?
So Amy did some catching up.
Okay.
I have many pieces of feedback.
Okay.
Number one, you were talking under, I don't remember which episode this was, about the movie that you kind of watched and didn't enjoy called Carry On.
Yes.
And I said, I thought I watched part of it. Maybe. Yes. I wasn't sure. We watched Hijack, not Carry On.
Sure.
Okay. Yep. Couldn't tell you anything about that one either. At least I didn't waste my time with Carry On. I did, however, waste my time being Hijack adjacent. So, item two. I guess this is feedback. You know, the toddies are more fun for you guys than they are for anyone else. You guys really enjoy that episode.
We got to have at least one a year.
That is
true. That is true. That it probably more, yeah.
It really is. Yeah, I think that's a fair criticism. It's more for us. That doesn't mean we're going to stop doing it.
No.
We're just taking that under advisement. We can appreciate the feedback without following the feedback.
You know what they say? It's just a big honor to be nominating.
It is Oscars week.
Yeah.
Item 3. You said this was after the team that had 12 players on the field in soccer.
Yes.
You said the 12th player came on and then they started the game. Didn't they resume the game? I suppose that probably could have gone.
Actually,
it could have gone there as opposed to in feedback, but I was kind of on a roll here.
Sure. Yes. Although, to be completely honest, given that the referee couldn't even figure out there were 12 players, he may have just started the clock back over at 0 and said, "Whatever."
Doesn't matter. We can't correct it. It is what it is. Sorry, man. When we were talking about, you watched Operation Mincemeat, the movie, not the musical.
Yes.
And I said I was adjacent to the Department of Ungentlemanly Warfare.
Okay.
Actually,
you're going to definitely need to clean this up. Okay. It was not the same source material. It was the same department. It was a different mission.
Oh.
Ian Fleming was involved in both, but it was not the same. The Operation Mincemeat one was sending a dead body one direction to misdirect.
Yes.
The Germans. The Department of Ungentlemanly Warfare was other shenanigans.
Good to know.
For that movie.
Yes. Okay.
I sit corrected. And I've got one more, but we'll get to it later in the show.
That's either a tease or foreboding. Okay, sure.
Maybe both.
Yeah.
How about Lisa?
Nope, I don't think anything from her, as we've been slowly catching up. So
okay. From Toddler 401k. Speaking of dudes handing out the stripper cards. This was last week.
In reference to not Vegas.
Right.
Not your mother-in-law's retirement community. That's the Bears. Just keep them straight.
Thank you for the clarification. Otherwise, we did.
That
was close.
Just in case anybody was confused. Which one's taking place where? Okay, got it now.
Yeah. So this was the things that Vegas would disappear without.
Yes.
My guess was dudes handing out the stripper cards. Over 6 years ago, Danny writes, over 6 years ago, we had an advisor conference out in Las Vegas. One of my former coworkers, he stressed former coworkers, collected hundreds of them and then hid them all over our office. I'm still finding them in random desks, and he hasn't worked for us in over 4 years. The best one was the card that he hid in someone's tub of protein powder, and the person took it home, and their wife found it in the jug of protein powder.
At least that's the story he's going with.
That's right. Which also then reminded me about my next door neighbor, Shauna, who, when her parents went on vacation for like 3 weeks. Have I ever told this story? Her sister bought hundreds of little tiny rubber ducks.
Okay.
And hid them all over the house. They were everywhere. And her mom is still finding little rubber ducks. Uh-huh. Yep.
At one point, there was an Easter in which Mom hid foil-wrapped Easter candy around the house.
Okay.
But then when we found it, she wasn't clear where all the hiding places were, because there was a lot of candy. So then it was like, did we find it all? Did we find it all? And she's like, I'm not sure.
There wasn't a count?
No, there was no count. There was no map. There was just, I'm not clear.
Are you sure your mom wasn't in charge of the drug-sniffing dog at Iowa Falls Junior High also?
Ironically, this story also has a dog, because at one point later that Sunday, we look over and Barney has some foil hanging out of his mouth. Clearly, he has found a chocolate-covered egg. And Mom goes, well, there's one less we have to find. He was fine, by the way. It was chocolate. He was fine. However, he was like, hey, egg, chocolate. So yeah.
Barney is in my top 5-ish dogs of all time.
He had a personality.
Yep. He didn't hate me as much as some other dogs hated me. Let's see. Oh, from Doug. Oh, also, he was texting me about last week's show and he was texting me. Well, I don't know that this is the best time to do this, but we're going to have a 5th anniversary show coming up here soon.
Yes.
And so I texted some folks and I posted on Facebook that, hey, we're going to do this 5th anniversary show. And if you've got favorite bits or memories or something that really struck you or you thought was really funny over the last 5 years, send it to me. Right. So I posted it on Facebook and I texted a couple of people that are our regular contributors, right? Hey, if you've got something, blah, blah, blah. Doug was one of them. And one of the things that Doug sent back, and we can talk about this later or whatever, but was when the garbage truck dumped the garbage at the Sigma Chi house. That was one of his favorite stories. And I replied with, well, just wait. There's more trash content coming up in this week's episode. Doug, do the 55 plus call girls in Vegas count as trash? Maybe. I don't know. Anyway.
Hence the not Vegas hot girls. Yeah.
But if you're listening to this and something struck you that you thought was really funny over the last 5 years, Todd, what's the email address?
It's Al Slappa. Nope. I believe it's feedback at talkingtotodd.com.
No G, no space. Yeah. Spit take. Thank you.
That looks like expensive bourbon to be spitting out.
Let's see. From Toddler Matt Damon. He sent this in last week, but as is typical for Toddler Matt Damon, it got skipped last week for time. But this week, we'll actually get to Matt's. Should we get to Matt's thing this week?
I don't know. Okay. We got a lot of content.
We got a lot of content. Yeah. We're already almost 15 minutes into this.
Yeah.
I'd like to request a scoring adjustment on the Hannah episode where Todd was guessing.
Okay. He doesn't agree with the 14-4 score.
No, right? Yeah. Well, he wants to make sure that you got credit.
Okay.
Where credit, I guess, was due, because he sent me a link to Christmas Tree Farm room spray from candyoakcandle.com.
Oh yeah, that's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah, right. See, that must have been why you were confused.
I was getting confused with the Bed Bath & Beyond Body Works fragrance.
However, the judge's ruling was this was specifically a Bed Bath & Body Works. Is that what it's called? Now you got me confused.
I think it's Bath & Body Works.
The category was specifically Bath & Body Works fragrances. So while this might, be delicate and innocent, both Taylor Swift songs for the record, it's not. We're not giving you the point, and it certainly wouldn't give you the win.
Yeah.
So, thank you, Jake, for that. Appreciate that. Let's see. Did you catch any other feedback?
No, I did not.
Okay. No, I'm going to hold Amy's correction for later in the show. Okay. So follow up. Boy, this is promotions week, honestly, is what this is. This is promotions week.
Okay. So we're promoting the 5th anniversary show.
Yes.
If you've got anything, send it in
to
the email address, text us. Yep. All right. What else do we have to promote?
March Madness is coming up here in 2 weeks. We'll be launching the annual Talking to Todd bracket.
Oh, yes.
On CBS Sports. We have to decide how Talking to Todd is picking its brackets this year.
What have we done in the past?
We did mascots one year.
The mascots fighting.
Right. Yes.
And somebody took liberties with mascots, but
Boilermaker is a train.
Boilermaker. So, dude, anyway, fine, whatever. And then last year, didn't we do, it was the distance to Des Moines?
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And that didn't go well either.
No. Yeah, we got to figure out. We're gonna have to figure out another one. Okay, we'll come up with something by next week. I'm gonna throw out an idea out just in case anybody else has any better ideas.
Okay.
We're going back to mascots.
Okay.
But instead of this may not work, but instead of them fighting, either little mascot wins or big mascot wins.
Okay, so Cyclone is 300 feet tall? Is that where we're going with this?
Well, that does become a problem, though, doesn't it? Because there's room for yeah. We should come up with something better than that. But if we don't,
it's not a it's a work.
It's not the worst idea we've had.
It's God, we've had plenty.
Yeah,
toddlers, do your worst. Send us what you got. Also, Wakey dropped this week, which is Lucas's video game. So it's available on Steam. This episode is not brought to you by Wakey because they haven't made any money yet. Well, maybe they have. But anyway, you can download Wakey on Steam. It's on sale until the 10th at 15% off. And if you need to know how to play it on a Mac, we'll cover that in a bit too. So Wakey is coming on Steam. What else are we promoting this week, Todd?
By the way, that's I believe that is at store.steampowered.com.
Thank you.
Because I think if you go to steam.com, for God's sakes, don't do that at work.
Oh,
I don't know that
is that like going to the old whitehouse.com?
I don't know that for sure, but it sounds funny, but it's steam powered. And I'm doing a quick real time.
You could also Google Wakey on Steam.
Yeah.
And that would get you there as well.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, it has the reviews are positive.
Excellent.
Yes, and there's the introductory offer. Although 15% off of that's an affordable game to begin with. So
yeah. Well, when I checked on it earlier today, it was trending on popular games under $5 on the Steam store front page.
Excellent.
I don't know if it still is, but at one point today it was. So
okay, excellent.
Yep.
We're still in the promotion section? Or are we in follow-up? We're in promotion.
We're still in promotion.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I do have something to promote for the second time in 5 years.
Okay.
So, and this is also how we may generate. Well, we will generate some content. So at the end of March, beginning of April, Lisa and I are going to be taking another trip back to the UK. We got some really good episodes out of time. We have episodes out of time. We've got episodes. Anyway, so while we were...
Way to sell it. You're doing a great job.
Can I be head of promotions? Please don't. So while we're over there, there is we realized that we'd be over there at the same time that the London Landmarks Half Marathon is taking place. Now, I have run the Royal Parks Half Marathon in the fall a couple of times. The last 2 years, talked about it. But what's a trip to London without running a half marathon through closed streets on a Sunday morning when they completely screw up traffic and you've got people really angry at you because they can't get to where they're going? I mean, it's just fantastic.
That's what I always say. That's why I do it. I mean, yeah, sure.
Yeah. 13.1 miles of people going, why can't I go across? Anyway, the trick, however, on this one is that it is a charity race. And so in order to enter, you need to sign up to support a charity, and you need to commit to raising funds for the charity. And it turns out that charity races are a massive thing in the UK. There's tons of them. This is a thing they do a lot of. So I signed up and committed to fundraising for a UK-based charity. So the UK-based charity, just so everybody's aware of, that I'm going to be supporting, somehow me running 13 miles supports them. No, it's the money, Todd. It's the money. So
it's moral support.
Yeah, really trying to raise awareness. No, we don't want you to. We don't need you to raise awareness. We need you to raise money. So the charity that I'm going to be running for is Centrepoint. They are a charity that was established in London in 1969, and their mission is to support and try to help homeless teens and young adults who are on the streets in London, trying to get them a place to emergency shelter, and then help them transition from living on the streets to having more permanent housing, getting them job training, and then getting them back on their feet. And so this has been a charity mainstay in London for over 50 years. So I am working on raising £350, which is somewhere north of $400. And I believe that once this episode comes out, we'll put the link in the on the Facebook page, I believe. And if you would like to if you'd like to help donate to the charity, I would absolutely appreciate it. Also, I do assume that this will result in more content with me explaining how well or poorly I did for the 13.1 miles. So one quick answer. Dwayne asked me this last week when we were discussing this. He said, well, hey, the good news is people can write it off. I'm not a tax expert. Matter of fact, Lisa does her taxes. I'm not even a tax amateur. But because this is a UK charity, I'm pretty sure that you're not allowed to write off donations to that charity. On the other hand, I also think that half of the IRS has been laid off. So YOLO. You do whatever you need to do on your taxes if you donate.
So you're going to send me this link to post?
That will be the plan.
Okay, because I do 98% of the work around here.
Yes. Or realistically, Lisa may be sending you the link to post. Actually, Lisa informed me, by the way, she's our social media manager, and she has edit access on her page.
She does?
Yeah, that's what she said. So maybe Lisa will be posting.
Really?
Yes.
Well, hot damn. Where's she been the last 5 years?
She can send you the link to post.
or because I'm thinking I should be getting part of that. That's a really nice link you got there. Be ashamed if something happened to it.
No. What, you want 20%?
What are you raising? 500 pounds? Yeah, that's it. 500 pounds.
You know what? If you want to come on over, and if you want 20% cut, if you want to run 20% of the miles.
It's a relay. It's a relay half marathon. Okay, sure.
This is where Dwayne goes, wait, relay. I do 98% of that's going to turn out poorly for me. Dwayne runs 13.05 miles, and then Todd has a sandwich and walks 10 steps. We did it. We did it.
What do you mean we, man? Maybe you do 98% of this work and I eat a sandwich.
So for anybody who chooses to donate, I appreciate it, and that will not only will I appreciate it, but the charity will also appreciate it. So thank you very much.
Okay, now that we're done with promotion, should we go on to follow up?
Yes, we should.
Okay, so follow up. We've talked about Wakey on this podcast before.
Yes,
it dropped today.
Wait, didn't we just cover that in promotions?
We did.
Is this follow up to promotions?
This is follow up. This is follow up to. Well, it's follow up to previous content. That's what we put. We put previous content and follow up.
Right? Understood. Yep.
Real time update from Lucas. As we're recording, I think we broke 100 sold today, so that's good. So I don't know if that's public knowledge. I may have some insider trading information there.
Oh, Sorry. This is gonna be bad. The big Steam people are going to be after you.
Big Steam. That's all right. I think the government's laying off half of those enforcement people too. So whatever. But let's see. Other follow. I've got more bear news.
Okay, sure. Why not?
You know how last year the bears were in the tree that was 500 feet from Joanne's front door?
Yeah.
This week they were in the tree in front of her house.
Oh, sweet.
Wandering around, peeking in windows, hanging out. Hey, you got an extra sandwich over there?
Is that Hannity? It's a retirement. It's a 55 plus community in Florida. I took a shot. I don't.
Odds are good. Odds are very good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go back and do some editing because I'm laughing too hard. Oh my god. Okay. Let's see. What else we got?
I've got a couple of pieces of follow up.
Okay.
I think a couple of years ago in the podcast, we covered. I want to say that we covered. I think probably on Idiots that a bank in Scotland had a very old bank had changed its name. So the name of the bank was Aberdeen, and they changed their name and they dropped all the vowels.
ABRDN.
ABRDN. Yep.
Yeah, I remember this. Yep.
Yeah. Well, after 4 years of mockery, the Aberdeen Group has announced that immediately they will be putting the vowels back in, and they're going to rebrand themselves as Aberdeen Group. According to the chief executive, he admitted that the decision had been made to remove, quote, distractions, unquote, from the company. They manage 78 billion pounds worth of pensions and wealth savings. So it's a pretty big company. Anyway, after 4 years, they finally said, talking about the name was a distraction. The name is there to enhance the reputation and how the group is perceived by customers and shareholders, and make it easier for us to get out and be proud about what we do and why we do it. Yeah, Aberdeen didn't help, and after 4 years, they were like, "I don't think this is sticking." So,
also, Pat Sajak retired, and he now has time to bring them the vowels that they were missing.
Okay, first of all, Vanna does 100% of the work. Pat doesn't do anything, so it wouldn't have been him. Here's what he would have said: "You need the vowels, Vanna." Also, according to the article, while many brands cost millions of pounds, Mr. Windsor said the business, quote, had not spent any more on it, and that the redesign had been done internally by marketing managers at the company. Taking the vowels out, or either way, it tracks. So, congratulations. By the way, if you have any of the Aberdeen, whatever that is, merchandise, I'm sure it's worth a lot of money now. Speaking of a lot of money, also in follow-up, Dwayne,
I just realized what this story is.
You just got so excited. So that alone was just alone was worth it. So a couple of weeks ago, you talked about the world Magnus Carlsen, who got kicked out of a chess tournament because he wore jeans.
Yes. I put this in my other notes and forgot to bring it this week. Yes.
Yes. Good news. We're both on world champion chess players' jeans news. Those jeans went for sale on an eBay auction with, according to this, proceeds going to charity. Dwayne, do you remember how much the jeans sold for?
$36,100.
Yep. So yes, because a chess player wore them and got kicked out, $36,000.
If we watch John Oliver next week and that's his end of the week segment, because my guess is it's something like that.
Yeah. So I'm sitting here thinking, I'm trying to raise 350 pounds, and the chess player sells a pair of jeans for $36,000 for charity. I think, and all he had to do was wear the jeans, get kicked out. I'm running 13 miles. okay, he's a really good chess player and he might be better at raising money for charity than I am too. I now realize I'm doing this wrong. Huh.
I could start auctioning off my hats that I wear every week on the pod.
Oh, yeah. Podcast worn, like game worn jerseys.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'll even sign it.
Oh, okay. We're at 30 minutes, over 30 minutes, and we are just getting out of follow up. We should probably get moving on. What do we have?
I do have one other thing.
One more. Okay.
I guess this is a sort of promotion, but sort of not. Also follow up. 2 weeks ago, we talked about ToddCon 3 is going to be in August.
Yes.
For the Def Leppard concert.
Def Leppard. Love those guys.
Sorry, excuse me. Hold on while I drink another bourbon.
Should. So there's a limit to how much you should be drinking for podcasting. You either, and here's the thing, it's either more or less than where you're at right now.
That was going to be ToddCon 3, and then we realized that Ragbri is coming through Iowa Falls.
Yes.
And that's going to happen before ToddCon 3.
Yes.
So then you suggested that maybe it's ToddCon B4?
Yes.
But I think we should embrace the marketing opportunity. And so I've come up with, I think our Ragbri expedition, this one should be something totally different.
Okay.
And not part of the ToddCon series, because that will then give us something else to promote. Right.
Okay.
And something else to market. So it can be, I've come up with 2 options. More could exist, but
okay.
Todd's occasional great bike ride in Iowa, or Togbury.
Okay. Okay.
But that's if it's just you. If I'm going along, it could be Todd and Dwayne's occasional 2 days of bike riding, Taddo to Dober. Still no G and no space.
Okay. I'm going to throw one out. I mean, you kind of surprised me with that. And I'm just workshopping this. I'm just throwing this out. Maybe instead of it being a canonical ToddCon, you know how like there was like the Walking Dead series, but then there was like the spin-offs that included Walking Dead in the title, but it wasn't part of the main show. Like, so it's part of it, but it's kind of off to the side. So it could be ToddCon, but not numbered. It could be like its own like one-off thing. And I'm thinking, if we're both riding, what's really important is, you got to be aerodynamic. So how about this? ToddCon, breaking wind.
I do believe we found it.
I'm not getting the t-shirt for that one. Nope.
It's a whiff of an idea. Okay, so
we'll keep working on it.
I think we may need to keep working on that. Let's see. Todd's Tech Corner.
Yes.
Wakey dropped this week. Have we mentioned this?
I think you mentioned it.
Okay.
Has it? Where can I get it?
On Steam. Powered by Steam. Steam powered.
Steampowered.com. Quick question. I have a Mac.
Yeah.
And it's not released for the Mac on Steam.
No.
So how would I play it?
What you would need to do is download a program called Whiskey.
It looks like you've already done that. Oh, no.
Oh yeah, I've downloaded my share of whiskey today.
Yeah. Just right there. Yep, it's good download.
Yep, yeah, it is. Whoo, boy, just a little bit of burn. So this is Whiskey and Wine, which is not just another emulator, but it'll run on the Mac. So you download getwhiskey.app. You go there first. It'll download it on your Mac. And then once you get that done, then you can install Steam into that bottle. That's what they call the I mean, it's whiskey, right? So you have bottles rather than have like envelopes or something that you put the Steam program in. And then once you have that, then you can log into Steam and then you can buy Wakey and then you can run it on the Mac. It took me about 20 minutes to jump through all of those hoops to be able to start playing Wakey on my Mac. But it does work. And I didn't, because one of the original solutions, because this was kind of under follow up, right? One of the original solutions here was to just go buy a PC.
Yes.
I did not have to go do that. I could install Whiskey on my Mac and then run it there, and it works great. If you need those instructions, you can just back up, or you can email us at feedback@talkingtotodd.com, or email Lucas on the Steam page for Wakey, and they can talk you through it as well. But I tested that this morning, and it worked great. So little Todd's Tech Corner dip in there.
There you go.
Okay, so for Todd on a No this week.
Okay.
You remember how 2 weeks ago, Josh submitted a new theme?
Yes.
For Todd on a No.
Yes.
Amy listened.
Okay.
During the episode 2 weeks ago. Her complaint.
Actually,
it's too slow.
Hmm.
And I'm here,
Yes, Queen,
to remind Todd of the mess Todd made when he answered wrong. Todd ought to know.
Well, that's faster.
It's, I don't know that it's any better. Maybe her complaint was that it just takes too long.
Well, and
her
here's
complaint
the thing.
Wasn't about tempo.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, I mean, the speed up was nice, and I mean, at least for Sherry, the duration is shorter now, so her eardrums are hurting less.
Right?
Yeah.
So, but those of you that already listen to us at 1.5 speed,
that's real fast now.
That zip it on through it. So this week on Todd Oughta Know. So like we referenced earlier, Def Leppard's coming to the State Fair.
Yes.
Other concerts coming to Des Moines. There are nearly 35 concerts coming to Des Moines just in the month of March.
Okay.
So this got fed to me through the Des Moines Register. All of the concerts at Wells Fargo Arena and Vibrant Music Hall and Hoyt Sherman Place and the Valor Ballroom and Woolies. And I'm looking at this list going, seriously, these aren't real? Are they making these up? I'm like, huh. Well, this sounds like a Todd oughta know. So Todd, I'm going to read you the list of bands playing in Des Moines.
Okay.
And you're going to need to tell me whether it's a real band or a fake band name that I made up.
Okay. Are we sure we also don't want to include fragrance? Just I'm fine. Real or fake? Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Real or fake? Number 1, Interstellar Funk Squad.
Oh, that sounds totally real.
That is fake.
Oh God, so bad. Okay.
0 for 1.
On the other hand, I think I found our team name for Ragbri.
We're the Interstellar Funk Squad.
Because when people see the two of us coming on our bikes, me on my 30-year-old Cannondale and you on your e-bike, people go, "Yep, here comes the Funk Squad."
There's 14 more of these. There may be other team names available.
Okay. All right.
Motel Pheromones?
See, now I'm thinking that sounds stupid. That's not, which then makes me think it's so stupid it is. So I'll say real.
It is real. They're playing at XBK Live. How about the Local Honeys with Winterbottom?
With Winterbottom.
Yes.
Okay, now that makes a big deal. I'll say real.
Also real. XBK Live. How about Armor for Sleep?
We'll say no.
That's real. They're at Woolies.
Okay.
How about Velvet Nebula?
I think they are real and they're playing at the Science Center.
They are fake. How about
Sure they are. Yeah.
Sure they are, right? Because why not? How about Buckethead?
Buckethead. We'll say real.
It is real. They're playing Hoyt Sherman. Yep, they're playing at Hoyt Sherman. Single cell paramecium.
I'm going to say it should be fake because realistically, if you made that your real name, the odds of anybody spelling your name right is so bad. It's cell. Cell's really hard to spell. I'm going to say fake.
It is fake, and it's our Aaron Sorkin drop-in of the week because that was the name of the fake band that Donna wanted to go see in the West Wing.
Okay.
How about Echoes of Eternity?
I believe that is a tuba quintet, and it is real.
Happy Boy is their favorite song to play. No, that's a fake. That's a fake band.
Okay.
How about Kill Switch Engine? Sorry, excuse me. Kill Switch Engage. That could have thrown you off there. Sorry. Kill Switch Engage.
I think this whole game's void now. I think I'm gonna look. This is void. Kill Switch Engage. We'll say real.
It is real. They're vibrant. How about Amanda Fish with the Cedar County Cobras? The look on his face is fantastic.
We'll say fake.
That's real. They're also at XBK Live.
Sure.
How about the Red Hot Chili Pipers?
Those are real. We've covered them We've covered them at least once, I think, for 2 weeks on this show. They're at Hoyt Sherman, right?
They're playing at Woolies, but yes, they are real.
Okay.
How about the Pokemon Burlesque birthday show?
That sounds like something that needs to be shut down. We'll say real.
It is real. It's at XBK Live. How about Electric Octopus, Todd? Electric Octopus. Have you seen them?
Just once while I was scuba diving off the coast of Puerto Vallarta, and I got the hell away. We'll say real.
That is fake. How about Dexter and the Moon Rocks?
I'll go with real again on that one.
That one is real. And last but not least, Bumpin' Uglies.
Oh, that's got to be real.
It is real. And they're playing at Woolies. Not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 out of 15. Better than you did on the Taylor Swift quiz.
Look at that. That's impressive.
Good work. Nice job, Todd. Okay, what's next?
The Scott Frost Memorial Idiot of the Week.
What do we got this week? What'd you bring?
So, Seattle Mayor Bruce Harrell gave the State of the City address in mid-February. And in the middle of his speech, he stopped his speech and he said, right now, at this moment, I have an announcement to make. And he reached under the podium and pulled out a basketball to announce that the NBA was returning to Seattle 17 years after the Supersonics left.
Okay.
The crowd began celebrating and clapping at the sight of the basketball. Yes! At which point, he let it linger for a minute, and then he said, I'm just kidding. I got you.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, he did that.
At which point, security needed to step forward and protect him from the onslaught of the riot that ensued.
According to The Athletic, the crowd's cheers and oohs quickly turned to groans and ahs as Harrell laughed sheepishly at his stunt, telling the residents of his city, "It's a long speech. I had to break it up a little here."
Oh, no.
The spokesperson the following day said, while yesterday's joke may not have been a slam dunk, the mayor referenced the Sonics because of what they mean to our community and because of his commitment to bringing the NBA basketball back to Seattle. Mayor Harrell will continue to work to demonstrate to the league that Seattle is a great basketball town with a wealth of talent, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, yeah, so just quick note. Anybody who's listening to our podcast who happens to be the mayor of a town, don't do that. Just, or quite frankly, do that, but make sure it's videoed. Anyway, way to go, Bruce. Didn't even do it on April Fool's. he did it on like February 18th.
That's some solid work.
Man. Anyway, so there's my idiot. How about you? What'd you bring?
So you remember, I don't know, a month ago when I got back from being gone over my birthday, I read birthday cards?
Yes.
On March 1st and on March 2nd, I got a birthday email from the NFL.
Okay.
Happy birthday from the NFL. They sent it on March 1st. They sent it again on March 2nd.
Sure.
Offering me, it's time to celebrate another year full of joy, passion, hard knocks, and even a few interceptions. Or in this case, fumbles. Happy birthday from all of your friends and fans at the NFL. I know they have a database. I know this happens automatically. I don't know why they have my birthday sometime in the month of March, either the 1st or the 2nd, or at some point, and they send them all out on the 1st of the month. But they certainly didn't get it to me back in January. And they sent it to me twice.
Thanks, Eli.
NFL, my idiots of the week.
By the way, it's entirely possible. The reason why they have your birthday wrong is because when you signed up for something from shop.nfl.com, you're like, hell no, am I putting my real birthday because then they can track me. So you gave them the wrong data. And then you're like, what are these idiots doing? I'm going to go and I'm going to correct them. Oh, wait.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. It's also possible that some other idiot with the name Dwayne Johnson used my email address to sign up and put his birthday in.
That I can't imagine that would happen.
No, that never happened. No, nobody ever signs. Nobody ever signs up for anything using my email address. That's not me. No, that never happens.
Yeah. Huh.
You watch anything good this week?
Well, what did we watch? Let me put it that. We watched the Oscars. So we watched the entire Oscars. We watched the red carpet, it was like 30 minutes. And then we watched the full Oscars. Yeah. You know what? Decent show. Conan did a really good job. Kept the show moving, had some laughs, didn't make it about him.
What more can you ask?
That's really what you, and probably is only going to get sued over one thing, but he's lawyered up. So
that was a funny joke. I also enjoyed Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan at the end.
Yeah. And a good night for a single guy who apparently did everything on a movie for $6 million. Best writing, I'll take that. Best editing, sure. Best directing, take that. Best movie, why not?
Why not?
Sure. I will say, I'm just going to throw this out. Once again, they're standing on the stage. This is actually for them. And somebody on stage said, we are currently being watched by more than 1 billion people. Ratings for this show in the United States. Dwayne, you just want to take a guess what the rating was? How many people watched it according to the overnight ratings?
They get a 6?
Do you know how many people? I don't know the share. Are you saying 6 million, or are you saying a 6 share?
Whichever one is closer, yes, sure.
18 million people watched.
Okay.
It's not nothing.
No.
I mean, that's up there with NFL playoff games or NFL games.
Okay.
But if 18 million people in the United States watched, okay, where's the other 982 million people worldwide that want to know who won for sound editing?
Am I accurate in saying most of whom may not have a TV?
Well, I mean, 900. You can find most people having a TV, but then they got to subscribe to Hulu. That's just
that is a bridge too far.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah. I mean,
how about you? What are you guys watching?
I watched Venom 3. It's not Venom 3. It's Venom: The Last Dance, because they took a note from Todd on how to name things. Venom: The Last Dance, which is the third movie in that series, because it dropped on, I don't even know where I watched it. Peacock, Hulu, Netflix. I don't know. Anyway,
can't imagine it matters, but okay.
No, it's just like the other two Venoms. Is it a great movie? No. No, but it's a good way to spend a couple of hours with some popcorn. It's fine.
By the way, you watch that on Netflix. It is dropped on Netflix.
Okay.
So.
Thank you for...
You know what their slogan ought to be? Venom: The Last Dance. I mean, you're already subscribed.
Actually.
Hey, as long as you're here, anyway. Why not?
I mean, they probably didn't bring a ton of new people to the Venom franchise with The Last Dance, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Like you probably a bunch of people didn't miss the first two and then went, this one I think could hook me.
Yeah. So you think you can Venom? Is that what this is? No, save the last Venom? Is that the one? Flash Venom. That's what it is. I don't know. And let's see. Then we also, tonight, right before we came to record, watched the season finale of Paradise.
Okay.
Have you started this yet?
We have not.
Oh, man, buckle up. Gotta watch this show.
Okay. We'll put that on the list.
Yeah, what did you call it? Slow binge?
Slow binge it.
Yeah. There's only 8 episodes. They're less than an hour long each. Now that they're all out, you can watch them all. And man, you got to watch this so we can talk about it. Because I'm not giving anything away, but man, you got to watch this.
Okay. All right. Let's pencil something in for May.
Don't you have like 8 hours on an airplane? Thank you.
Oh, yeah, we do, don't we?
That'd be May. Oh, yeah, you can get back and we can talk about it in May. Okay, sure. Why not?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah. The thing that I learned this week?
Yes.
Have we talked about this? Wakey dropped on Steam this week?
Has it?
And so what I learned this week was how I could run Wakey on my Mac.
By drinking whiskey.
I was drinking all of the whiskey, man. Yes, I was. No, I would not recommend drinking whiskey before installing whiskey. Just clear head, full heart. Something. I don't know. You can't lose. It's a great game. It's anyway. Wakey dropped on Steam this week, and I'm really proud of my kid. So,
Excellent.
How about you? What'd you learn this week?
So Saturday, while a series of text messages, and when I say a series, I believe it was 31 unread messages, were flying through the air between Dwayne, Danny, and myself, discussing what the policy would be about digging up a landfill in the United States and relocating gas pumps. By the way, it turns out we have an expert on selling a municipal garbage dump. Who knew?
And the answer is yes, you would have to let it out for bid.
Yes. Yeah. So while all of that was going on, I was not responding.
Yeah, you were unusually quiet.
Yeah. So I was running a half marathon at the time.
Oh,
so, and you know how I've said I've run. So I've run. This was the third year for me running the Zion half marathon, and you know how I've talked about the ones that go downhill, and you got to be careful because it'll really, you could burn up your legs if you go too fast going downhill.
Yeah, you couldn't walk for a week after one of them.
Yeah. Not a problem on this one because this one's uphill, and it's not 2,500 feet uphill. It's a gentle uphill, but over 13 miles uphill is uphill. And here's what I really learned though. Well, first of all, I learned got to really consider about this whole uphill crap. You can get much better times running downhill. Just look at the profile. But, and this is why I couldn't respond. So when I woke up and I got ready to leave, and it was had to leave about 5 a.m. Get up, get dressed, throw my watch on, and I realize it hasn't charged overnight. So it's at 76%. And I'm like, uh-oh, this could be a problem. And then by the time I get to the parking lot, it's down to 71%. And I'm like, that's the parking lot to get on the bus to get to the start line. And I'm like, this is going to be bad. So turn off the cellular, put it in theater mode so the screen doesn't light up. Basically start turning everything off to preserve battery. And then imagine, if you will, the race starts at 7 a.m. Sunrise is like 7:10. So we're running down the road, headed to Zion National Park. Bluffs, jagged sort of jagged mountains around, sun coming up, beautiful red lighting up. There's a creek next to the road where we're running. There's a few horses running. And I'm just trying to just make sure that my watch makes it through this. And my watch keeps lighting up and tapping me. Tap, tap, tap. By the way, tap, tap, tap also uses battery. And I'm now getting animated GIFs from the Airplane movie. Hey, by the way, that Casey's on the edge of town is an eyesore. Yes, policy does dictate you stop it. No, seriously, I just need to make it. Hey, a buddy of mine stuck some nudie cards from Las Vegas into a pile. Like, oh my God. What did I learn? Do not disturb. I've done all of this to maintain battery power just to make it through. And meanwhile, Danny and Dwayne are just blowing up my watch.
For the record, it wouldn't be the first time that one of us started on an athletic outing without a full charge of battery.
Good point. Yeah. You know what? We should probably start thinking about that. That's like our specialty. We need to stop that.
It kind of is. The music is Happy Boy by Kevin MacLeod. You can subscribe to our award-winning podcast. With visiting half marathoner Todd Prinz, wherever you get your pods, you can just search Talkin' and the number 2. There's no G and no space and no battery. You can stop by and see us at the Tuba City home office. Please don't do that. Thanks to our listeners, our sponsors, and our contributors. We appreciate you. And as always, you can send us your feedback on this episode or any episode to feedback@talkingtotodd.com. Todd?
I assumed when you texted Lucas to say, hey, how's Wakey going? What you were really hoping for was this message. Hey, Dad, do you know the phone number for the Porsche dealer? That good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that could have been the one that you were expecting.
It could have been. Hey. Maybe at some point I'll get that text. Who knows? I'm sure we're going to have something that we're going to need to clean up next week. let us know what that is. Until then, we'll be back. We're here. We're talking to Todd.
By the way, in case the Talking to Todd bump actually works, that phone number is 309-243-7000. That's Porsche Peoria at 309-243-7000.